I don't know if it happened today or whenever it happened. Earlier today or whenever, a bunch of Parkland students went into a Publix grocery store. I'm not even exactly sure where the grocery store was. I'm guessing Florida, somewhere around there. And they went and they lied on the floor like a bunch of fucking degenerates. You know, this really cracks my conservative ass. What is with this die-in shit where they go inside buildings and lie on the floor? They did this shit at the Arizona Capitol last week. They went in and they lied on the floor. Where are they getting this shit? First off, it's a dirty floor. Why would you want to lie on that son of a bitch? You don't know who stepped on it. Second off, it's illegal. I guarantee you, if you go inside my grocery store and lie on the fucking floor, I'm calling the cops. If I'm there, I'm calling the cops. They're doing this because Publix supports the NRA and supports concealed carry. Because you can't open carry in Florida. It's illegal. I'm not really a big fan on open carry. I'm not against it, but I'm not really a big fan of it. Because of these whiny fucking liberal crybabies out there. He's got a gun. I'm calling the police. The mastermind behind this terrorism is a guy by the name of David Hogg. This is terrorism. I don't give a shit what anybody says. You're trying to shove your shit down our throat. Grandma is at the grocery store, minding her own damn business, and you're shoving your ideologies down her damn throat. She wants no part of it. Save it for the damn protest. Save it for the stupid petitions you got going. Save it for the, I don't know, your little stupid signs you got on the streets. Save it for your marches, whatever. You're disrupting people's lives by doing this shit. It's illegal, and you should be arrested. And I hope to God that I'm there when they do get arrested, so I get to see their little crybaby eyes out, shed all the damn tears as they're in handcuffs being led away for loitering and trespassing. Have they ever been locked up? You know what happens in jail? I've been locked up. You know what happens in jail? First you get booked, they take your fingerprints. Then you take a mugshot. You know what they do? They want to search you. See if you have any weapons. Sometimes they will strip you naked and look at your butthole to see if you're holding anything inside your butthole. They do, too. So if you want to go to jail, keep pulling that bullshit. Here's another thing. I was looking at the tweets, and this just cracks my ass even further. And for the 12,765th motherfucking cocksucking time, the NRA did not pull the trigger on anybody. Stop blaming the NRA for these shootings. They actually tried to get legislation passed in Arizona for school security. The governor was going to sign it. But the stupid motherfucking Democrats in the House of Representatives didn't want it passed because there was no assault weapons ban in the bill. The NRA tried to get it passed. School security, armed guards, other security at schools, trying to make it safer for the students. The NRA's doing their part. Because they paid off a few Republican candidates to try to save our Second Amendment so people have a right to defend themselves against tyranny, against government tyranny, have a right to defend themselves and defend their families. Just for this shit, that what you're doing, Hey, Parkland students, just for that stunt that you pulled today at Publix, I'm taking my entire paycheck that I got paid today, and I'm sending it over to the NRA. Don't worry, I got thousands upon thousands of dollars. I get paid pretty well. And the next time you pull this publicity stunt and don't shut the fuck up, my next paycheck is going to go to the NRA. And I'm going to send every paycheck I got to the NRA until you shut the fuck up. Don't worry. You'd be surprised how much money I got. I ain't gonna go bankrupt. I'm not that stupid. I ain't gonna get bankrupt like Kanye West and Mike Tyson. I'm not that dumb. My advice to Publix: don't give in like Target. A few years ago, Mothers Demand Action did this intimidate grocery store bullshit. Target gave in. There was a couple others that gave in. Kroger did not give in. Publix, my advice to you is be like Kroger. Don't be like Target. Target gave in. Kroger did not. My advice to Publix: don't give in to these nerds. Don't do it. Because if you do, I will never shop at your stores ever again. And I go to Florida sometimes. I'm a truck driver. I go all over. I got family in Florida. I'm not going to say where. I will say this. People have a right to stick up for what they believe in. That's right. David Hogg, you and that fucking blonde big mouth bimbo and the rest of your clan have a legal right to stick up for what you believe in. Okay, you don't like AR-15s. Okay. You don't like high-capacity magazines. That's fine. Okay. You want universal background checks. All right, I can agree with that. I'm not against background checks, you know. You want to get rid of the bump stock. Well, all right, bump stock is just a piece of plastic anyway. I really don't give a damn about it. You want red flag laws. Well, it depends what they're putting in the red flag laws. I mean, we do have a Second Amendment, a Fourth Amendment, and you can't... we had the Constitution for a reason. So you do need to get a warrant to get some of these guns. Because basically what a red flag law is, they're going to take some of these guns for something they might do because they're acting a nut because of whatever, you know? Because a neighbor got pissed at him or something, I don't know, and making up shit. So we got to take the guns because they might do something. Basically what a red flag law is, it's basically like the thought police. Well, because of what you post on social media, we think you might do this, and because we think you might do this, we're the thought police, we're going to take your guns. That's basically what the red flag law is. I think it's bullshit, and it's unconstitutional. I got a fucking better idea. Here's a law we should get passed. And conservatives are probably going to rattle my ass over this one. And that's fine. I don't speak for you, I speak for myself, and I speak for the NRA. I don't even speak for the NRA, I speak for myself. And for what I believe in. NRA can disagree with me, conservatives can disagree with me, pro-gunners can disagree with me. I don't give a flying shit. I'm about as pro-Second Amendment as you can get. I believe in very, very, very little gun legislation. Very little. Some, but very little. I think that a law that if you are a parent and you have guns in your home, and your kid is mentally disabled, if you have a son or daughter who's mentally cuckoo, I say pass a law where you have a choice. It's sort of like the convicted felons. If you're a convicted felon, you can't have access to a gun, right? Well, it's the same thing if you have a mental child in a house. If you have a mental child in a house, you can't have guns in your house. I think that's a good idea. That'll solve the fucking problems right there of these mental kids getting guns and shooting up schools, right? So, make a choice. Either you get rid of your guns or you get rid of the mental child. I'm sorry, but if I got a family of 5, 4, and I'm trying to raise them right, and I got 3 kids, and one of them's mentally off, guess what? I'm not giving up my guns. That kid's going into a mental institution. Many states have these sign your kid off law and walk away, and you can give the kid up. That's another option. I'm not giving up my guns. So that's the law that should be passed. If you have a kid who's a mental reject, and you really think he's going to do harm to somebody, and he's deemed a threat, well, he's now the state's problem. They should, the state should write him off and be like, okay, we're going to take your kid and we're going to put him in this project apartments where he's away from your guns. Or the other option is get rid of your guns. And I'm not about gun confiscation. I'm really not. But that's the best we can do. The other best we can do is lock down the schools like an airport, jewelry store, bank, and federal building. Until we do that, we're going to keep having these shootings. I don't know why liberals can't figure it out. It's not very hard to figure out. Bulletproof glass, steel-plated doors, where you need an ID badge to get in, like a lot of warehouses or whatever. Like a lot of workplace offices, you need an ID badge to get in. Steel-plated doors, bulletproof doors, bulletproof glass, surveillance cameras around the fucking building. So if some psycho's walking in a parking lot with an AR-15, he's walking towards the building, he's stopped before he even makes it to the fucking lobby. You walk inside the Federal Reserve building with like that, you won't make it past the fucking lobby. You'll be shot at before you fucking get to the damn steps. Our children are our future, okay? We need to protect them. They're the most valuable asset. Why are we not protecting them like airports, jewelry stores, federal buildings, courthouses, and state capitol buildings, and such and such and such? Why? I don't understand. Like I said, surveillance cameras around the building, steel-plated doors, ID badge to get in, bulletproof glass, metal detectors. I don't know about body scanners. Sort of like when I go to the airport, Got to go through a body scanner. Well, I don't know about body scanners. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying, right? Until we do that, we're going to keep having this problem. Liberals just can't figure it out. And then they bitch, well, we don't want to go inside and feel like going in a prison. Well, you're not going in a prison. You don't feel that way when you're going to the airport, do you? Well, no, because you got to go where you want. You want to get on the fucking plane and go where you need to go. So why do you feel that way going into school? I don't know how the thought process. I just can't think like them. I don't know how they think. I just don't know how they think. So anyway, to these Parkland students, I mean, I really do admire their work. I mean, I don't admire all their work. I'm not gonna say I admired their work. I admired their enthusiasm. How about that? Their energy is what I admire. If they would take that energy and push for bulletproof glass, steel-plated doors, surveillance cameras around the building, and the other stuff, then I would totally support them. But I can't. So that's the way it is.